Hi, I'm Richard Maraj, Senior Minister at Unity of Phoenix Spiritual Center, and I want to thank you for visiting our website and for tuning in to today's message. If you feel inspired by today's talk, I really encourage you to make a donation by hitting that button below and making a contribution to this ministry. It'll allow us to continue these messages online and to do the great work we do here at Unity of Phoenix, which is to inspire people to live better lives. So thanks for tuning in, thanks for your support, and we hope to see you at a Sunday real soon.
Good morning again, everyone. And a shout out to everybody who tunes in and watches us online. So how many people here would like to feel better, have more energy, and add a few more years to your life? Anybody? We all want that. And you know, there's a simple little thing for us to be able to get those things, and that little thing is called daily exercise. How many people believe that exercise is one of the most important, vital, beneficial things you could do for your body and the quality of your life? We all agree with that. And even though we all agree with that, answer these questions. How many people would say you have a difficult time sticking to a consistent exercise program? Anybody? Anybody ever like wake up and think, well, I'm going to go hiking and I'm going to go to the gym or I'm going to do this, and you never made it? And how about whether you do exercise now, how many just don't like working out? Anybody? You know, the one thing I'm convinced of, everybody loves to wear workout clothes. And you know, 80% of people who wear yoga pants don't take yoga. That probably doesn't surprise anyone, does it? And how many people say you need some motivation and inspiration to work out? You just need someone to push you to be inspired to do it. You know, we all need some motivation. Here's the best motivation story I ever heard about someone getting motivated to work out. So a friend of mine, her husband was putting on some extra weight, and then he went and had his blood work done, and he had high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and he was borderline diabetic. And she kept saying, honey, you got to start working out. I want you around for a long time. I want you to be happy. I want us to be healthy and happy together. And he was nagging her. She kept nagging him, and finally he says, okay, I'll work out. I'll get up early. I'll put on my jogging clothes, and I'll go for a run. So the next morning, he put on his jogging clothes, got up early, and then at 6 o'clock in the morning, there's a knock on the door. Thinking, who's the door at 6 a.m.? So he goes at the door in his jogging clothes. He opens the door, and there, standing in the door, was a young, extremely beautiful blonde woman in jogging clothes. And she said, hi, my name is Bambi. And your wife says, if you can catch me, you can have me. You talk about a motivated individual. He shot out of that house faster than a speeding bullet, chasing after Bambi. But he ran out of gas after a block or two. And then the next morning, got up early. There's a knock on the door at 6 a.m. Boom, there they go. For the first month, he's a couple blocks behind. The second month, he's 1 block behind. The third month, he was just within grasp of catching Bambi. And you could tell by the gleam in his eye, he knew that tomorrow would be the day he'd catch Bambi. So he went to bed. He got up at 5 o'clock, put on his jogging clothes, waiting for 6 o'clock to come. Finally, 6 o'clock comes, knock on the door. He opens the door, and there, standing in the doorway, is a 6'2", powerful, muscular, blonde woman in jogging clothes. And she said, hi, my name is Olga. And your wife says, if I can catch you, I can have you. Woo! Motivation. We all need some motivation. You know, the fact is that there are some people who love working out. There's some people who love working out. They run marathons, they do 10Ks, CrossFit, all that stuff, and they love the challenge. They love getting their second win. They love all that. But there are also a lot of people who don't. There are a lot of people that struggle in working out. Do you know that our country is like one of the most overweight? We overeat and under exercise in this country. You know, most people do not fulfill what their physical requirements weekly for strength and endurance and just staying healthy overall. You know, many of us don't like to work out because it's hard. Our muscles get sore. Sometimes we think we're too busy, or we think we're not athletic enough, or sometimes we just get comfortable in our sedentary lifestyle. I think it doesn't really make that much difference if I go to the gym or not. Is that really going to make any difference? And sometimes you think, what? I'm in bad shape and a little anyway, so let me just have another dessert. I mean, there are a lot of things that weigh about why our culture doesn't exercise as much, why we weigh so much, and why we aren't taking our health and working out and being more active as seriously. But there's absolutely no question or doubt that exercise is a vitally important thing. That you exercise, you always feel better. Exercise helps regulate our weight. You know, it helps control that. It helps combat disease. It elevates our mood, improves our immune system. Increases our energy, promotes better sleep. We tend to have more fun. We're more active. We're more energized. You know, it says it improves your sex life. There isn't anything that isn't improved by being more fit, by being more active, by being more healthy. You know, University of Georgia did a study that says that there's a strong correlation between fitness and success. People who are more fit are successful in their personal life and in their professional life because it increases our productivity. We're clearer thinkers. We make better decisions. We tend to be more focused. We follow through better. I mean, everything points to being physically fit is a foundation for a happy and healthy and fulfilling and successful life. 4 years ago, Reverend Richard Rogers and I did a competition, a 30-day challenge called Game On. And in it, it had a certain, you had to drink 8 glasses of water a day, you had to sleep 8 hours, you had to eat certain things, you had to exercise every day. It had a whole bunch of lists, and there were points. And we did this competition, and we had so much fun. It was fun challenging each other. Because you know what I love about challenges? Challenges says there's something more in me that I need to rise to. That there's something more in me that I haven't let out yet, but when I get a challenge, that I tend to rise to that occasion and bring out more of the best in me. And we both love seeing each other succeed. You know, in getting stronger, getting more fit. And it was a fabulous experience. So last year, when we were planning some ideas about what series we do, we thought, why don't we do a Game On? Because Unity of Phoenix Spiritual Center line is, we inspire people to live better lives. That's what we're here to do. We're here to inspire you to live a better life. And we think a 30-day challenge to have physical fitness, mental fitness, emotional fitness, and spiritual fitness is a foundation and platform to inspire you to live a better life. Because the truth is, whatever you want your better life to look like, and whether it's to have a healing in your family and your relationship, or to finish that book you haven't written, or to be more joyful, whatever it is, that anything you want to have in life, you need a foundation for that success. And that's what we're trying to do in this, create a foundation for you to build a better life. Because anything you do, anything you create, anything you want to become requires a level of foundation, a stronger foundation for success. You know, when I was a kid, one of the first parables I remember when I was in Sunday school was a parable of the foolish man and the wise man. The wise man who built his house upon a rock, and the foolish man who built his house upon the sand. And the one who built it upon the rock, even though the winds came, it was not shaken. But the ones who built it on sand, you know, when the winds came, it crumbled. And so my question for you is, what kind of foundation are you building your life on? How physically fit, mentally fit, emotionally and spiritually fit are you? Because the truth is, when we build our lives upon the strong foundation of those, the sky's the limit as to what we can create, about what we can attract, what we can become. And so my question is, do you want to build a better life? And are you willing to start with it by building a foundation, you know, to support that better life? And if you are, all I got to say to you is, game on. Game on. Let's bring out the best in ourselves as an entire church community. Our kids are doing it to take our lives to another level by developing fitness in all these areas. So every single day for the next 30 days, and some have started already, that we're going to do 20 minutes of spiritual fitness, meditation, 10 minutes of emotional fitness, forgiving and journaling and letting go, 10 minutes of mental fitness by reading affirmations or inspirational books, and then 20 minutes of physical fitness. Sooner, the Wall Street Journal did a study with 100 successful people, and they asked them all kinds of the same questions. There was only one question they all answered the same, and the question was this: if you could have done anything different in your life, what would that have been? Every one of them answered with these words: I would have taken better care of my health. Because they realized no much money you have, if you don't have health, you can't buy better health. But no matter how much money and success you have, if you don't have the health to enjoy it, if you don't have the health to experience it, then nothing else means anything. How many people would say that you could probably do a better job in taking care of yourself and being in better shape? I mean, you would agree with that. We all would. You know, I truly believe one of the greatest gifts besides the amazing Spirit of God in us that God has given us is our bodies. Think about it. Our bodies are the vehicle through which we see and smell and taste and touch and experience life. It is through your body, that we create. It is through our body, that we achieve. Everything we do in life comes through the vehicle of this body. Whether you're playing the piano or singing or building something or writing anything, our body is the vehicle through which we do it. Our bodies are absolutely amazing in all the things that they can do. And it's so amazing, our body, but what's even more amazing is how poorly we treat our bodies. Sometimes we don't eat all day. Sometimes we overeat or eat things that aren't healthy. Sometimes we don't get enough sleep and run ourselves ragged. It is amazing the ways that we don't take care of this amazing body, this incredible gift that we have been given. And it's a thing that affects everything that we do. If we don't take care of our body, guess what? We limit the amount of energy and joy and the things that we can create and experience in our lives. I don't think we value or understand or appreciate how important our bodies are in living a happy and fulfilling life. Here's what it says in 1 Corinthians. Do you not know that you are God's temple and that God's Spirit dwells in you? If anyone destroys God's temple, God will destroy that person. For God's temple is holy, and you are that temple. Your body is the temple of God. You have been created in the image and likeness of God. It says you have been wondrously made. Your body is a holy temple. Your body is a sacred place. Your body is a gift given to us by the divine, an outer expression, of our spirit. And my question is, are you treating your body like a temple? Are you realizing how sacred your body is, and are you willing to take care of it like it really is a temple? Besides not eating and exercising and not doing all those things, what I think the worst thing we do to our bodies? We hate it and despise it. We sometimes have the most negative thoughts. We put our bodies down. We criticize our bodies. We judge our bodies. We feel ashamed of our bodies. We have, unfortunately, unhealthy images of our bodies. Sometimes, it says God made everything and said it was good. Well, our bodies were made for us and we said it was good. And yet, most of us wish we had somebody else's hair, somebody else's legs, somebody else's physique. It's amazing. There are things about our body we don't like our nose or our toes. Sometimes we don't like the shape of our eyes or our thighs. Sometimes we don't like the size of our butt or our gut. There are all kinds of things we don't like about our bodies. It's crazy. Sometimes people don't want to go to the gym because they're ashamed of their bodies. I mean, it is absolutely amazing. Sometimes we define ourselves as ugly or defective or damaged goods. After my car accident and I was paralyzed, my legs have got atrophy. I have a lot of atrophy and there's scars and they're kind of skinny, and I'd say how ugly. I wouldn't even look at myself in the mirror for years. That's how much I hated and despised parts of myself. And I bet every one of us has some body issue that we don't think is pretty enough or good enough. We wish we're different. We wish we had somebody else's. But God gave us these bodies. These are a gift from God that is beautiful and wondrously made and unique. Our bodies are the temple of God. And my question is, how differently would we treat our bodies if we realized it was the temple of God? My body is the temple of God. Half voice together. My body is the temple of God. God made my body. Together, God made my body. My body is good. My body is beautiful. My body is wonderful. I love my body. Deep breath. Again, I love my body. I love my body. My body is the temple of God. Together, my body is the temple of God. Again, how differently would we treat our bodies if we realized that our bodies truly are the temple of God? That these bodies are holy and sacred, and they are the vehicle through which we experience all of life. So keeping it fit and healthy is the greatest gift we can give to ourselves and God, and allow ourselves to experience more life. Myrtle Fillmore was a co-founder of Unity, and she had tuberculosis. And she went to a lecture where she found out that she is a whole child of God. And so she came home, and she started talking to her body. You know what the first thing she said was to her body? Please forgive me for all the negative thoughts I've held towards you. Please forgive me for the way I've looked at you with eyes of inadequacy and rejection. I bet every one of us, it would probably behoove us to take some time to ask our bodies for forgiveness for the way we have not treated it well or viewed it in negative ways. After she did that, she began to thank her body for all the wonderful things it does, because our bodies do great things. Wouldn't it be cool if we spend more time appreciating how wonderful our bodies are? My legs are skinny, ain't so pretty, but thank God I got them because they allow me to stand up. I mean, everybody has got everything you don't like about your body. It's doing good for you. And wouldn't it be cool if we would take time to appreciate and honor these beautiful bodies and bless them and give thanks that we actually have them? And so my question for you is, what is one way that you would love your body a little more, one with a more open attitude? And second, what would you do to take care of your body in a greater way? I've been telling myself for years, I'm going to have a massage once a week, and I'm going to go to the chiropractor once a week. Over the last 3 weeks, I've finally started doing that. And it feels so good to treat my body well. Because when you treat your body well, guess what? It will treat you well in return. First thing to do with our bodies to stronger foundation is to just love it, accept it, and be grateful for it. The second thing is to begin to listen to our bodies. Human beings, generally speaking, aren't good at listening. We don't listen to other people, but we particularly don't listen to ourselves. Most of the time things go on in life, we go to automatic response without actually listening, and particularly listening to our bodies. We never listen to our bodies. You know, bodies are tired and we don't care. We go on and do whatever we want. Body gives us signals all the time. You know, anybody ever say, hey, you want to have a beer? You want to have a glass of wine? Sure. Boom. But I bet you if you stopped sometimes and said, is this what my body really wants? That sometimes the answer won't be yes automatically. We say yes automatically to a lot of things that may not be healthy for us or what we really, truly desire. The fact is, your body has more wisdom and intelligence than you realize. Deepak Chopra said, every cell in your body knows when you're unhappy, when you're anxious, or when you are stressed. Your body will give you the signals loud and clear, even if it doesn't use words, but you must be willing to listen. Sometimes we think we're hungry at night, but the truth is, if you said, is it food that I want? Your body would tell you no, it's actually water. There are many, many things. You can ask your body, is this the right decision for me to make right now? Is this the right situation in this relationship? Your body has more wisdom than we realize. The question is, do you trust it? This is the temple of the living God. Would you be willing to allow your body to let your spirit speak through you by taking time to just listen? Shakespeare put it this way: go to thy bosom, knock there, and ask the heart what it doth know. Because it knows. It knows. It even says in the book of Jeremiah, I will put my law within you, and on your hearts I will write it. It's in you. Your body has more wisdom and intelligence than you realize. The question is, will you honor your body and your body temple enough that you would take time to just listen to it? To just take a deep breath on a situation, ask, is this the best thing for me to do? And just listen. by adding an extra 5 or 10 or 15 seconds can make the difference between making a wise, helpful, supportive decision and one that may not be as productive, healthy, or effective for you. And sometimes you'll think, okay, if I listen to my voice and my voice said I should hang on the couch and binge watch Game of Thrones on Netflix, that might not be the voice you're listening to. So what we got to do, deep down, your spirit's in there. And it might take a little bit of time to get in tune with it, but I guarantee you, if you take the time to listen, the clarity of the message from your body, through feelings, through whatever, will literally begin to come through and guide you. Your body's the temple of God. The question is, are you willing to love it and treat it well, take care of it? And are you willing to listen to the wisdom it has to share? And the third one is about exercise. You know, I saw a doctor in Kansas City several years ago. He said, for many years, the worst thing we learned that you could do for your health is smoking. Smoking was the number one worst thing to do to damage your health. He said, but that smoking is now number 2. He said, you know what number 1 is? I said, what? He said, doing nothing. Doing nothing is more damaging your health than smoking. Because to do nothing creates deterioration and stagnation. You become lethargic and lazy, physically and mentally. The less you do, the less energy and joy that you have. Ever say to yourself, man, I'd really like to work out, but I'm just tired. I don't have the energy. And you ever went and got to the gym somehow, somebody forced you, you did, and then you got more energy by exercising? But exercising gets things in motion. And the more you exercise and put out energy, guess what? It'll give you more energy. Things become healthier. Things begin to move. And regardless of what age you are, there is improvement. Anybody know Gary Player, the South African golfer? He's 81 years old. This is what he does every day. Every day, 1,000 sit-ups, 1,000 push-ups, and he exercises for an hour 5 to 6 times a week, including stretching and muscle endurance. He also meditates 30 minutes a day. But isn't that amazing? An 81-year-old man doing 1,000 sit-ups and 1,000 push-ups to start your day. But here's the point. Because he puts out energy, guess what? He gets that energy. The more you're willing to exercise and put things into motion, the better you're going to feel. It doesn't matter if you walk. It doesn't matter if you dance. It doesn't matter if you do CrossFit. It doesn't matter if you do any of those things. You could do anything you want. You could even do yoga, since you already have the pants. And sorry about that. I couldn't help it. I saw a thing on Facebook. There was this Japanese guy, 80 years old, doing modeling. He was a bodybuilder. And he started in his 50s. Anytime you do exercise, I guarantee it'll benefit you today, and it'll make all your tomorrows better and better if you're willing to do it consistently. Einstein said, nothing happens till something moves. And that means when something moves, something happens. That when you move your body, something will happen. When you exercise your body, something will happen. All those improvements and benefits will begin to become better and better. Your body is the temple of the living God. Take care of the temple. And the healthier and fit that temple is, the more light and life and love and beauty and joy and energy you have to experience life and to experience it more abundantly. But not just experience it, but to share your gifts and make a difference in the world. Let's talk about intention for a second. Arnold Schwartz, it's not just about the action and effort. Arnold Schwartz said intention's powerful. He said you can do some exercise and listen to your headphones, or you could do the same exercise and have an intention of getting stronger. And that same similar exercise with intention will magnify the power of that activity. So that when you're doing an exercise, have an intention that my life's getting better. Have an intention that I'm getting stronger. Have an intention that I'm getting healthier. Putting out an intention with the activity multiplies and magnifies the power of that. 2 things I want you to do. Number 1, create an intention for a better life. What does a better life look like for you? In the next 4 weeks, what would you like to create? Maybe you'd like to heal a relationship. Maybe you'd like to start or finish that book that you said you were going to write. You know, maybe it's to improve your financial situation. Maybe it's to open your heart to a loving relationship. Whatever that thing may be, set an intention for it. And then the second one, build your foundation for a better life. 20 minutes of meditation. 20 minutes of exercise, 10 minutes of feeding your mind, 10 minutes of emotional release. Your body's a temple of God. Love it, listen to it, exercise it, move it. The fact is, every one of us can have a better life. The question is, are you ready and are you willing to build a foundation for a better life? If you are, all I have to say to you is, game on. God bless you, everybody.